So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make these really cool DIY melting crayon art. And I've been seeing these all over Pinterest, and if you love Pinterest and surf Pinterest as much as I do, then you have seen these. They're all over the place, and I thought it was a really cool idea, and I kind of wanted to recreate it and show you guys how to do it. So here is my favorite one that I made. I just want to give you a couple tips before we get started. My first tip is to buy new crayons, because I had a couple old boxes of crayons laying around, but for some reason the older crayons are a lot harder to peel off the label. And of course you don't have to peel off the label, but I wanted to, and it was a pain in the butt. So if you're going to be peeling off the labels, buy new crayons. Second, I suggest using Crayola crayons versus any other type of crayon. They just melt the best, and they give you like the best texture to what you've done. So I really like Crayola crayons best, but of course you don't have to use them. I just prefer them. And then thirdly, just make sure you have permission to use any kind of hot tools, like we have to use a heat gun or a blow dryer, and also make sure that you don't ruin anything because Alyssa told you to. Okay? So I really like the way they came out, and I'm going to be hanging this one up on my wall. So if you want to see how to make these really, really cool crayon art, then just keep on watching. Okay, so let's start off with what you're going to need. First, grab yourself some canvases, and these were from Michael's, and they came in a pack of 2 for, I believe, around $10. And these are just tufted canvases, so they're easy to hang. You're also going to need 2 to 3 packs of crayons. I prefer Crayola, like I told you before, but any kind will do. You're going to need a hot glue gun and some glue sticks, which is necessary to glue down the crayons. Also, you're going to need a heat gun or a blow dryer. So step 1, you're going to begin to peel your crayons. Now, please be careful with this, but I'm just taking an X-Acto knife and I'm running it down the wrapping of the crayon. Now, unwrapping the crayons are optional, but I felt it gave it a more artsy feel. So I'm just unwrapping it there. And then I'm going to continue to do this to all of my crayons. It kind of took me a while, but once you get the hang of it, not so hard. Step 2, you're going to crack all of your crayons. Now, this doesn't have to be precise or anything. You're just literally going to snap them with your hands. If you're really kind of structured, then you can, of course, kind of measure them out and cut them with a knife. But I felt that it didn't really matter because, of course, you're going to be melting them. And then you're going to wind up with a big plate of crayons. It's always best to have more than less. Step 3, you want to draw your design. For my design, I chose to draw a heart, and it came out pretty cool. So step 4, you're going to need to glue. So I'm taking my hot glue gun. Of course, it's plugged in and heated up, and I'm gluing each piece of the crayon down. You want to do this quickly, of course, because hot glue does dry quickly, and of course, the crayon's kind of melt to the surface as well. So if you don't stick it on too quickly, it'll kind of fall off. So you're just going to do this completely around your entire design. I think this would look really cool with like a moon or stars or stuff using different colors. So, try it out. Lastly, you are going to melt, and this is seriously the most funnest part ever. So using your blow dryer or your hot heat gun, you're just going to use it and melt it in the direction that you choose. So of course I wanted to cover the whole canvas, so what I did was kind of point the canvas in the direction that I wanted the crayon to melt. So as you can see, I'm tilting it down to the left right now, and all of the crayon that is melted is going to fall to that side. So my goal was to cover kind of all of the canvas in crayon melt wax, you know what I mean? So I continue to melt throughout this, and I just kind of want you guys to watch and see how I do this and kind of develop your own technique to it, because there really isn't one. So just watch and see how I do this, and then I'll be back. I just wanted to say that you can also use a blow dryer. I used a blow dryer in some test ones that I did, and it does kind of work the same. It just takes a little longer for the crayon to melt. And you also need a nozzle on it, so you can direct the air in one direction. But besides that, using a blow dryer or a heat gun is going to give you the same effect. So if you don't have a heat gun, don't be worried. You can still do this. Also, as you can see, I strategically placed the crayons so no colors were the same that were next to each other. This way it gives you a kind of gradient, kind of almost tie-dyed effect when you melt them all together, because they start to mix and then they make lighter and darker colors, and I believe that just like makes it look cool. Okay, so once I've pretty much melted all of the crayon around the entire canvas, that is your finished product. So now, don't look at this. Don't tell me it didn't come out cool. I was so surprised with how cool it came out, and I cannot wait to hang it on my wall. So I really, really hope you enjoyed my first kind of DIY home decor project. Let me know what you guys think down below, and please, please, please like this video, and also leave me comments down below so I can get your guys' feedback on things. I really, really hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.